class as she now was, had fulfilled her greatest dream.
Mary's dream becomes reality. A schoolroom in South Australia.
3 3s are 9. 4 3s are 12. 5 3s are 50. 6 3s are 80. 7 3s are 21.
I heard the pastor speak of the neglected state of the children, and I had to go and offer myself to aid him. You cannot imagine the work that is to be done.
12 3s are 36.
Mary believed that it was every child's right to an education, not just those who could afford it. She was also particularly concerned about the government's move to make education secular.
I do not want Australian children to be deprived of the knowledge of God. I must bring knowledge and the love of God to my people.
Wherever there was a need for education, the Sisters of St. Joseph would go. Distance, inconvenience and discomfort meant nothing. The sisters went to the people wherever they were, sharing their poverty, their sorrows and their joys. They quickly became the sisters of the ordinary people. Sister Mary was a good teacher, preparing her lessons with a view to meeting the needs of children who had little or no schooling and came from homes where their parents were mostly illiterate. Her aim was to teach them to read, write and do simple arithmetic, so they could read the paper, write a letter and manage their own finances. Mary, however, refused to make any class distinctions. Her schools were open to everyone, whether their parents could pay or not. As well as the schools, the sisters opened an orphanage and a home for destitute women. In order to keep all these establishments going, Mary and her sisters had to beg regularly from door to door for food and clothing. Often the sisters themselves lived on little more than bread and water while helping those in great need.
Onwards, Mary becomes a full-time traveller.
The sisters must hold themselves in readiness to go wherever they are sent.
Bishop Quinn wants you in Brisbane. There's only enough money to take you to Melbourne. From there, you'll have to beg your way.
It was 3 years after the opening of her first school that the call to Queensland came. In those 3 short years, some 21 Josephite establishments had already been opened. By now, pioneers were following the tracks of the explorers inland to the vast agricultural plains. Roads, railways and telegraph lines were being established. Construction workers camped by the lines as work forged ahead. Farmers